Hey, what's up, gamers? Alright. Hello, hello, good morning. Sorry for the delay. Just getting some stuff all squared away. I was actually doing some recording something else before starting this live stream this morning that I tried recording 2 days ago, and it didn't work out. I had some issues, and then I accidentally deleted one of the files, so I thought, well, I'll just re-record the entire thing over again. But hello. Excuse me. Dominator on Twitch, Boom Cannon over there on Twitch as well too. I saw Bullseye there as well. Mike is here. Rinaldi Studio Press over there on YouTube. Hey, Mike. Ethan Miller, Rage Gamer, Carlos, Cold, Gundam Brown, Ian Henry, Alex, Jonathan, H. Lawrence, Corey, I saw you're in there as well too. Samshu, the Hat Kid. How's it going, guys? And Patrick. Hey, Patrick. How's it going, man? What is going on? All right. So, currently answering some modules, so I'll only be listening. Oh, I don't know what that means, but okay. All right. Sounds good, Juan. So, yeah. This is an interesting kit. Some of you, I already seen someone in the chat asking, what kit is this? Yeah, so some of you might not be familiar with this or what it is. I actually was not too familiar. I'd seen it around, but I was not too familiar with this kit either. But this is an original design from this company, NonZero Studios, and this was actually sent to me just a couple days ago. I just got this in because this kit actually, I think, is like just started shipping out, or it's not even started shipping out as yet. I think I got one of the first ones, so they sent it to me, I believe, like just straight away, which is very cool of them. So that's why I wanted to build it up and share it with you guys straight away as well too, so that if you are interested in getting it, you should be able to still get in a pre-order for that, as it's still pre-order status on pretty much anywhere online as far as I've seen. So yes, we'll build this up. It's 1/100 scale. I don't know if it really says anywhere that it's 1/100 scale, but I'd seen someone mention that online, that it's 1/100 scale. I don't know if it says that anywhere, but as far as like just the, I don't know about the scale, but the size of it, just based on the parts, it looks about 1/100 scale, what we would normally, the size of a typical 1/100 scale Gundam. We'll say that. I think it's going to be similar in size to that, maybe slightly larger. Some of the pieces are kind of big, so we'll see. Any estimates on how much this kit costs? I don't know offhand, sorry, I couldn't tell you. I would expect it to be not that expensive, probably around $60 or something like that, I would guess. There's a couple things going on. It's an original design, so that's obviously going to make it cost a little bit more. But it is made in China, so that is going to mean that it's probably going to cost a little bit less. Manufacturing of it itself is going to be cheaper, but it is an original design, so probably going to be, decently priced. $60 around there is probably what I would expect it probably costs. Cost at USA Gundam Store $69.99. There you go. Okay, thanks for checking that for me, Boom Cannon. There you go. So $69.99, yeah, plus the 10% off discount code, around $60. There you go. Yeah. So we'll see. It doesn't come with necessarily a whole lot, but it does look quite sizable. It basically has like this kind of pistol weapon and then two big massive swords. And the sword, at least the effect parts anyway, look very cool. Seriously, the effect parts, and it's really bright. It looks even bright. It's not a good representation there on camera. This camera's not going to be picking up the look of that very well. It's in this, anyway, clear fluorescent orange, which looks really nice. It looks darker there on camera based on what I'm seeing. It's not quite that dark in person, but you guys will see in the review. Obviously, I'll do my standard review of this. Have you seen Lincoln's video on you with the cup noodle? It's super wholesome. It was nice to see. Yes, yeah, of course. And I even knew about that video before Link made it. I talked to Lincoln about that maybe like 2 weeks ago. and he told me that that was the idea he had for it, and I actually made some suggestions to him about that, about like we talked about the thumbnail and like titling the video and everything, because at first he just wanted to check if I didn't mind that he even made it, so he asked me, it's like, oh, this is my idea for making a video about that, and he just checked if I was cool with it, and I said, yeah, absolutely. And I said it sounded funny, it sounded good, and I always like a little bit of clickbait. It's always fine by me. People get their panties in a bunch a little bit about that kind of stuff, but you know, you need to be able to just chill a little bit and just enjoy a laugh every now and then. And Lincoln, I mean, it's super obvious that it's a clickbait and a joke, obviously. Anyway, I don't think anyone would have expected, even if something did happen between Lincoln and I, that like we did have some sort of falling out or something, or even if he was making that video in a serious way, I don't think that anyone would expect Lincoln to make a video like that, you know, like, so if something did happen, that we did have some sort of argument or fight or disagreement about something, Lincoln wouldn't make a video about it. He's not like a drama channel or something, you know. So anyway, it was funny. I enjoyed that. He totally didn't have to make any video about that at all. I just honestly just sent that as just a gift, but he wanted to, so that was cool. Anyway, so yes, thank you, Ian, for the super chat there. Appreciate that. And freezing over here now. Are you reminded of Gurren Lagann from this kit? I'm not that familiar with Gurren Lagann, honestly, so no. You mean, like, I'm aware of some of the designs, but it doesn't completely remind me of anything in particular. What am I sipping on? I'm sipping on a giant liter-sized iced coffee. Ice Americano, for those of you guys who are familiar with Korean coffee. So this is the inner frame, which is a pre-built inner frame, which makes me nervous, but I already popped it open while recording the unboxing portion of this. I popped it open and played around with it a little bit, and it seems fine, so I don't think it's going to be an issue, but always pre-built inner frames. Honestly, I don't know why companies do it. I'm glad that for like the frame arms kits, Kotobukiya has gotten away from using the pre-built inner frame and just let you just build it yourself. I mean, honestly, we're buying this model kit in order to build it, so why not just build the entire inner frame as well too? Honestly, I would rather have built this myself. It looks like a cool design. I would have enjoyed actually putting this together myself, but now I don't get to do that. It's just already built for me. It kind of takes some of the joy out of it, I think. And pre-built inner frames often have issues, like frame arms, for example. The pre-built inner frames are often kind of janky, and the same thing with the high-resolution kits from Bandai, which are also, the inner frames are made in China, if you guys are unaware of that. So anyway, that said, this inner frame does feel pretty solid, so I think it's probably going to be one of the better examples of a pre-built inner frame, but we'll see. Once we get everything added on there, it could be a different story. It does look pretty cool though, yes. Let's see. What else are you guys talking about there in the chat? Are you going to review the HG Death Scythe? No, I will not. And I also will not be reviewing the RG Wing Gundam either. Just before someone asks. I'm sure someone's going to ask that. But yeah, both those kits, the HG Death Scythe and the RG Wing, you know, if you're wanting my opinion of the kits, I think they're great kits, and I don't need to build it to know that. They're just kits that I'm sure they're great. I'm sure they're solid kits. I wasn't interested in them enough to want to build them myself personally, but if you guys are interested in the kit, I would say go for it, definitely. I'm sure they're going to be nice. So alright, the first part of the manual says you have to do some stuff with the inner frame. Oh, it's just saying, okay, just saying to rotate some of these pieces, just to kind of, to break in the frame a little bit, you know? So rotate the legs, rotate the arms. And they have to be rotated a certain way in order to take them out, so I guess there's probably a little peg in there or something, yeah. So we need to remove these. And let's see, that was the right. So I don't know if there's particularly a left or right. They're probably symmetrical, but try to keep track of which one's which. And for these, need to be rotated this way. It's like they have like a locking mechanism on these, so in order to pull off the arms and legs, they have to be at a certain angle. So pay attention to that, I suppose. I think that's backwards. Again, I don't know if it really matters too much. Let's see. Chris had a question. We have a question! I'll just throw that in there for if there's anybody who also watches Tim's streams. Because I don't have an actual animation for that. I wasn't that into the MG Mark V when it was announced, but after watching your live stream review, I got FOMO and had to pick it up. How much would you spend for one on the third market? Yeah, you're going to be in a tough spot because not only is it a pretty expensive kit to begin with, it's going to be pretty sought after, so you got a pretty high demand for that, and also, yeah, now you're dealing with proxy service prices. So I mean, I would expect to pay around $100 or more for that probably at this point, unfortunately. But I mean, if you get up over like 150, then I don't. That's too much. But I mean, I don't know what it's going for. I'd have to check. But I would assume it's probably going for online. You should be able to find it around for like 110, or ideally less than that. But then you have to pay shipping as well too. But I would expect to pay over $100 for it at this point, which is a lot, but it is, I mean, if you're a fan of how it looks, and it does look cool, then yeah, you're in a tough spot. I would like to see original MS and color variations from the previous Gundam Breaker game get released on the HG Breaker line. Hey Zach, have you ever tried build Imperial Knight before? No, I've not. What master grade should I get? I recently bought the MG Faz Verka and need a different kit to build. Well, Mecha Mechanics. Actually, the video that I was recording just before I was doing this live stream was my recommendations of best master grade kits for everyone to build. So I did a video on like worst master grades for beginners, best master grades for beginners, and then the next list video that I'm doing that I shot this morning, and I'll edit that and post it for you guys probably sometime within the next couple days, will be a comprehensive list of all the master grade kits that I think everyone should build at some point. So that will give you plenty of recommendations. Just watch out for that video. Mike said, Mike said the Mark V was $100 from P Bandai, so now it's way north of 150, 175 shipped is a good price. Oh wow. And he says, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely awesome, no doubt about that. So there you go. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be even more expensive than what I had expected, but yeah, I'm not too surprised. So anyway, a few more parts of the inner frame we need to take off of here. I guess this part here for the neck. There you go. It's not necessarily that this was like tight and difficult to take off, it's just that there's like nothing to grip onto. And the waist. Alright, so now we've got it to just like the core frame for the torso. Now we can put in our LED unit. And also, do you have a preferred brand of paint for airbrushing? Cold. I use mostly Mr. Color or Gaia Notes paint, but that's because I have easy access to them. Depending on where you live in the world, you may not. So, magnets on batteries is like not good, right? Isn't that like a no-no? Anyway, but yeah, if you don't have access to Mr. Color or Gaia Notes, there's also SMS is pretty good. I've used that a number of times. It's very convenient too because it's pre-thinned, So it's pretty good. I've not used like, there's like Moto paints and E7 paints and a couple of these other different brands of paints that are coming out, kind of newer ones that I've not used, but I'm sure they're all pretty similar. So really kind of any of those. So this comes with, what's up, Mercenary? Yes, it has an LED unit, and also the battery was included, interestingly enough. And the battery fits into this little thing here, which is pretty tight. And how does that go onto there? Is that just going to be touched onto there like that? And how is this going to actually turn on? That's because it's not a button. Is it? No. Do I have this upside down? If I have that battery in there upside down, I'm going to be depressed. Oh, I think that's right. But then what's wrong with that? How's that not working? Is there something else? I guess we'll see. Anyway, later, this is plugged into here. Kind of a tight squeeze. And do we know when this will start shipping? I have my pre-order since April. The kit has, like, obviously, because of the fact that I have it here, has just started production. And so, like I said, I think mine is like one of the first ones. So they should be starting to be shipped out pretty soon. And either this battery is dead or something's wrong, because that's not lighting up, and I think it should be lighting up. So let me see if I can get that battery out of there. I don't know if it's going to be very easy to do that, and I don't think I have another one of these particular batteries, unfortunately. So I might have to run to the store and try to get one. Yeah, that must be the correct way. What is this? CR927. Hang on, let me see if I have one of these here. Nope. It's not one of the common battery types that Bandai uses, so I don't have one here. So I might need to go get a new one before our LED is going to work. That sucks. Let me just put it into here for now. And we'll see. Oops. Hey. Alright, I don't know. So, let's just get that in there. And who knows? Oh, it doesn't seem like it's going to be very easy to get out later, but check the Twitch chat. Sorry. Okay. Twitch chat. What's going on the Twitch chat? Was the battery in the same bag as the magnets? The battery was not shipped in the same bag as the magnets, but I put it in the same bag as the magnets yesterday. So it's been next to the magnets for like 24 hours. Yeah. Yeah, the batteries that I have here are not the same size, unfortunately. So, alright, anyway, it's not that big a deal. I can walk to the store. I don't even need to drive. I can walk to a very nearby store to get a battery later on. So, this guy, gonna go up in there, like that. Oh, and in other news, guys, if in case you haven't seen the post online, Adam and I will be doing a live stream tonight. If you're in the US, that'll be Friday morning for you guys, but for me, it's Friday morning here now, so Friday night for me. Adam and I will be doing a live stream over on the USA Gundam TV channel. As always, we've got a kit to give away, and the giveaway kit this week is the Master Grade Gym Dominance. So once again, another very cool Premium Bandai Master Grade kit. So go to either the USA Gundam Store Facebook page or Instagram page, or the USA Gundam TV YouTube channel. Ouch. Damn. Or all three of those, and go leave a question, because yeah, we'll randomly draw for the winner of that kit. And you're not allowed to leave more than one comment on the same post, but you can comment on all three platforms. So go do that and come back and watch the live stream and hang out. Something else that I'm gonna be doing just for fun, getting a bit of echo. Uh-oh. I don't know why. Hopefully it's just a temporary thing. Okay. Turn off my mic for a second. Is it better now? Don't know why there would be any sort of echo. Better now or no? No, it's not. Uh-oh. Still hear it. What? I don't know what I can do, because there's no sound. It's not like if the sound of my stream was like still coming out like through the computer or something, then yeah. I blame the battery, Joel says. It must be. The batteries ruined the LED and now they're ruining the sound. I don't know why there would be any echo. Do you have Twitch open as well? No, yeah, I have this open on YouTube here, but it's muted, and my computer is muted as well too, so there's not like any sound going anywhere. Need to replace the mic? Do I? I mean, the mic's fine. I don't know. Time to replace, get it from Amazon. I don't think I need to replace the mic. The mic's fine. See you later, Patrick. Yeah. I'll turn my mic off for a second and then turn it back on. Maybe, I don't know, it could be the problem, but hang on. Hello, hello. How's it? Ghost Monkey Customs. What up? This thing looks crazy detailed. It's pretty cool, yeah? It's not crazy detailed. Where can I buy this kit? I need it, the fool said. You can get it at, you can pre-order it at USA Gundam Store. They don't have it in there yet. Mike, you like a synth, Zach? Am I a synth? You need to turn the entire YouTube off and on again. Damn, alright, well, I don't know. Okay, hang on. Worse, oh my god. Ahem. How's the sound now? Does it sound any better? Or worse? Or still bad? Or good? I do think that my audio input setting was maybe wrong. It should have been fine. Still worse? What the fuck? And still echoing, still robotic. What the fuck? Okay. Oh. Hang on. Oh. Now, can you guys hear me right now? Now that I've got this screen off on a different screen. Can you hear me? Like this. I'm still trying to adjust the settings, but... yes, cool. Perfect? You guys said now it sounds perfect. Okay. Clearly, I don't know what the issue... I basically basically didn't do anything different. I don't know why. Okay, now that I've switched back to this screen, it's still okay, yes? Hopefully. Sounds good, yes. A lot better. Or. Fixed. I don't know what the issue was. I didn't do anything, basically. I don't know, I guess... I think probably OBS. It seems like it's an issue. OBS was freaking out or doing something weird. Anyway, what was I even talking about? I don't know. We're 30 minutes into the stream. I haven't hardly built anything. So, let's get back down to business. Oh yes, what I was in the middle of saying was tonight or Friday morning for you guys in the US, watch the USA Gundam live stream. Because I will also be opening these Korean Pokemon cards, Korean Chilling Reign Pokemon cards, just for fun. Pokemon cards is, obviously very popular again these days. I don't watch a lot of YouTube content. Basically, I only watch basically a little bit every now and then of one particular channel. But if you guys hadn't seen USA Gundam Store, at USA Gundam Store, we're now also carrying Pokemon cards there. So just to kind of let you guys know about that, if you're interested, if you're in the market for picking up some packs. And yeah, my kids like them well enough. They're not like really super into Pokemon or anything, but they just kind of enjoy just playing around with the cards. So yeah, just for fun, I wanted to open a couple of packs, and hopefully Adam will as well too. I asked him if he can find any packs to open up, because he said that he's been kind of into it recently as well too. And I am doing my best to avoid like getting well into it as a like becoming a thing. So don't expect this to like turn into a Pokemon card channel by any means. It's not gonna happen at all, but I can just say that at least just for the fun of it, just for today only, I will open a couple of packs on the live stream with Adam later. I can see how this part is supposed to fit on there, but it's kind of like not fitting onto here. Hang on. Just making sure I have this right. And I do have it right. But I think these parts here on the side are not pushed on all the way, possibly. That could be why. No, but I think they are. It must be. Alright, anyway. Huh? Hang on, sorry guys. Yeah. That's weird. Let's try the opposite side. See if I can figure out what the problem is with these. This part, I can't tell if it's supposed to be on the inside or the outside of this armor piece. And it looks like it's supposed to be on the inside, so... Let me see here. There's... There's no way that I just have these, like, backwards. No. Huh? Hey? Nani kore? That's, what? How is this fucking supposed to fit on there? Alright, pretty certain that I don't have these parts on here backwards, but something's not working, so maybe I do. I won't rule out that as a possibility. I think I had those parts on backwards, yeah. Not too easy, not too clear to see in the manual there, unfortunately, but I think I had these parts on here, these inner parts, backwards. And now it should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so my fault, not the kit's fault. I had them on backwards, but I will admit the instructions are not very clear on the direction of how those parts needed to fit onto there. Anyway, so okay, that's better. Now we can put these parts back down. I need to put these parts on here as well too. To the side. What's going on with the chat? Are you planning to get the MG Tallgeese Flugel? Yeah, I hope so, if I can. These days, basically every time that something cool comes up on the P Bandai Korea store, it's sold out straight away, because scalpers, unfortunately, are like crazy here. Pretty bad. So it's kind of difficult to get stuff anymore off P Bandai Korea, even though we have P Bandai here. Do you know the price of the Pokemon cards? These are the price of Pokemon cards on the website on USA Gundam Store. Or you can check the site. Just search for Pokemon cards. These, yeah. Honestly, I know that like Pokemon, like fake Pokemon cards, because Pokemon cards are so popular these days, that like fake Pokemon cards have also become very popular. Not popular, but prevalent. Is that the right word? Anyway, and it's just because I know that like in like kids toy stores, which is like where I bought this, is at like a stationery store, where it's just like a small shop with like all sorts of pens and pencils and notebooks and like small toys and things like that, stuff like for kids, like for school. And I know that they do have, like, I've seen like fake Gunpla, like Chinese like fake knockoff Gunpla kits in stores like that before. So like I know that those stores do have fake stuff from time to time. So I was a little bit worried if these are possibly fake. I don't think so though. They don't look, I mean, they look legit. But the cost of them, these are small, I don't know what you call them, but they're only 5 cards per pack, and they were 1,000 won each, which is like 85 cents, less than $1 each. So for a pack of 5 cards for like basically $1, does that sound right? So I know you can get like those packs like that, and I believe they're sold at like dollar stores in the US, or at least they used to be. That would be like $1 each, but I think those only came with like 3 cards or something in there, right? So the fact that these are 5 cards makes me a little bit suspicious. Fake Gunpla review? Okay, if I see another one, then yeah, maybe I'll pick it up and do a review of that for you guys. Only for educational purposes, of course. Alright. let's move along with the build here. Be careful, Zach, you can be sucked into the Pokemon competitive series. Yeah, no, I am trying to be very careful about not getting too into the Pokemon cards. I know it's tempting. That's why they, I mean, I'm not the first person to say this, and not the only person to say this. It's, I think, should be fairly obvious if you think about it, but you know, I'm pretty certain that, you know, one reason why Pokemon cards have become more popular these days, well, a number of reasons. Number one is just because of the pandemic. Any like stay-at-home hobbies just to enjoy like by yourself at home has become more popular. Gunpla being an example of that as well too. And you know, people have time. Collectors can, you know, collect, shopping online, reselling online, doing all that stuff just at home during the pandemic. So there's that. And then the other reason why they've become more popular again is for people who are like me, like around 30 or early 30s, where we were, you know, Pokemon cards is something that we grew up with. It was popular when we were young, so there's that nostalgia there. And now we're at a point in our life where we have jobs, we have you know, disposable income that we can actually afford to get back into a hobby like that. So it makes sense. Okay. It makes sense that there would be a lot of people, especially like of my generation, around 30, early 30s, late 20s, people who were into Pokemon as kids, and now they're adults and have jobs and disposable income. They can rediscover things that they enjoyed in their youth. So I think that's another reason why it's so popular. Should save the fake Gunpla review for an April Fool's joke. That means I have to keep it until next April. It's too long to wait. Cool to see how the basic frame of this is going to be used like for later stuff down the line. You can tell that like the additional frame parts that we're adding onto this particular unit are just added onto just like kind of the generic frame, so you can see how the frame was made in a way to be versatile for different designs later on. So that's cool. And like I said before, the frame, while pre-built frames can be an issue, this one does seem pretty good so far. How tall is this kit? I don't know yet, but I would imagine it's going to be roughly about the same size as a Master Grade. Hello Twitch chat. Setsune Amana. Hello. That seems like that's not pushed down there all the way. I think I'm gonna need my trusty part separator anymore. You getting a ton of submissions for a 30 minutes missions competition? Yes, I am, and if you guys have submitted your entry email and I've not replied to that yet, I'm sorry, I'm way behind. There's a lot, and I need to do that. I was planning on doing that yesterday, but I kind of ran out of time because I was preparing this kit. So, yes, if you've not gotten a reply email from me yet, just hang tight. You should get that later today, probably. There you go. That's better. Tighter fit on that. Hey, what's going on, Chris Pavs? Mine is on the way. The moment I can build again, it's going to be not built because I have other things to be doing. Hey, I sympathize with you, Chris. But it's a pretty interesting one. I think you'll enjoy it, Chris. Someone was asking earlier about the plastic quality when my mic was going crazy, so I couldn't answer because I was trying to fix that problem. But someone was asking about the plastic quality. Of course, it's not 100% Bandai quality plastic. That should be expected, but seems pretty good. It seems pretty normal. If you've ever built any like Chinese kits, seems pretty standard. It's like a little bit, it has like a little bit softer feeling to it. But yeah, I think it's okay. And chest piece. Oh my, what's that? Also, Dianjo, yes, I saw your super chat there. Come to think of it, I saw your super chat there a few minutes ago, Dianjo. Thank you for that. Are you considering opening up a PO box once you move here to the States? Yeah, sure. I mean, I have a PO box. I don't have. I had a PO box here that I was using for a while, but I basically never really got anything, so I just kind of don't use it anymore. I used it a couple times, like specifically for contests. I had a couple of contests where like you could enter the giveaway by sending something, and I just asked people to just send like a postcard or letter or something like that, basically. And I enjoyed that, but not really very many people entered. So yeah, I thought, well, not gonna mess around with that anymore. So yes. That said, if you don't want to wait till we're moved back to the US, and if anyone would ever like to send anything, just get in touch with me. I'll just can tell you the address of my office here, where you can send something if you're so inclined. Yeah, I think especially now, and this is also I think probably due in part to the pandemic as well too. More people just at home or have the time to do something like that. But I think if we had a giveaway like that now, again, that required people to actually send something, I understand it. It's like if you're entering a giveaway online and like all you have to do is do a couple of clicks, that's super easy to enter, or just like leave a comment, that's super easy. Asking people to actually go like to get a postcard or like write a letter, and then they have to get a stamp and go to the post office and all that. I understand that that's just kind of asking, it's still not asking a lot, but asking more than just kind of leaving a comment or clicking a couple buttons online. So I understand why some people would be less inclined to go through that effort, but because of the pandemic and people have maybe more time on their hands, or they're just kind of more willing to do something like that, I think, yeah, probably that's probably true. Also like to open a PO box. I mean, it costs money as well too, so like it's not like it's a lot, but just kind of a waste for me to open up a PO box to not really get much use out of it, There we go. Yep. Question for the contest: are option hands allowed? Lorenz, yeah. If there are 30 minutes missions, option hands, yes. If not, then no. So I mean, if you're worried about the 30 minutes hands not being like detailed enough for you, or keep in mind that everyone else is under the same limitations as you are. So that's the kind of the point of setting limitations is that everyone's under the same limitations, and then that actually kind of forces you to be more creative with what you have when you don't have a lot. Because anyway, it's an even playing field. Alright. And lastly, a couple more polycaps. There you go. Torso looks like Ultraman kit. Yeah, it does have a little bit of an Ultraman vibe to it, doesn't it? It's a really cool design. One thing though that I'm not sure if I'm really that big of a fan of with this design is the mohawk that it has. It's kind of funky, but I think I don't know. I need to see it actually all built up to know for sure. I think my mind might change once I actually see the whole thing like completely all come together. So we'll see. But there's that. I like how these parts of the armor, like these parts on the bottom, are on ball joints. So there's like a little bit of movement with these parts here, and then also this part here at the top is on a ball joint. See those? There's a little bit of movement with those parts there, like that. But these white parts here on the side, as I'm already noticing, do pop off a little bit too easily. So hopefully that won't be too annoying. But there's the torso, and seems pretty cool. Let's build the head next so we can test out if this LED is in fact working or not. Seems like not. John asks, how's the fit so far? Is it close to Bandai quality? Yeah, like I was just saying before, the plastic in general and just the fit. It's not exactly Bandai quality, but what is someone mentioned Iron Man before, or not Iron Man, Ultraman before, and it actually does remind me quite a lot of the Ultraman kit that I built, the 1/6 scale Ultraman kit. I forget which company it is that makes that kit. There's a couple of them. Anyway, the 1/6 scale Ultraman kit reminds me a lot of that. The fit's not perfect, the plastic is not perfect, but it's good, it's fine. And it's also, you know, not huge, but, you know, large kit. So, good size anyway. It's not small by any means. Kotobukiya? No, not Kotobukiya. It's a 1/6 scale. Is quite large. I think the Kotobukiya and the Bandai ones are all smaller. The 1/6 scale Ultraman kit was a Chinese-made one. Are the Koto Ultraman kits out? I've never seen since they were teased. Yeah, as far as I know. I think maybe there's like only one. Is there more than one Kotobukiya Ultraman kit? I think there's only the one, possibly, but could be more. See, then LED goes to the front. Maybe better put it on this side here first. Okay, so the LED goes into this clear piece. Let's go ahead and do that. Carefully. little bit too much wire here that I think is going to be kind of getting in the way. So that is going to be a little bit of an issue. Hang on, let me see if I can get the LED any farther into that clear piece there. Nope. Seems like it could, in theory, go in there a little bit more, but not by much. And so the wire basically has nowhere to go in here. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, well, there we go. Just kind of have to put the wire, I have to like tuck it in like off to the side, but seems like it's working well enough. Anyway, at least like, I mean, not that it's working, but it's in there where it's supposed to be. You have a couple different options for the faceplate, and I don't know what's the difference. I'm just gonna go with what they show on the box, which is not that one, this one. And that's different. Evergreen plastic has better plastic. In terms of build stability and complexity, how would you say some of the Motoroid kits compare to HG Gunpla? Because I'm considering getting an upcoming Motoroid Fafnir kit. Motoroid, not as nice as Bandai plastic as Bandai HGs or anything, but pretty good. That's okay. There we go. There we go. Also with Motoroid kits, you have like some more seam lines and stuff like that as well too. So something to consider if that bothers you. Just joined. Oh, I was under the impression that the inner frame was pre-built. I guess it's not. No, the inner frame is pre-built, just not for the head. So like, but it's already disassembled in different sections. You have to take it apart to like the different sections to put stuff on it, and then you put it together again at the end. Alright, there's that. Then these parts for the side, and this one for the top of the head. And we had to put that on first. Again, the manual not clear enough about the order of this. This part should have gone on first before the pieces on the side of the head. That's right. Okay. Then what? This one on the front. Then we got our mohawk. Okay. Which goes like that. All right, and this one here. This one here. And this one there. There you go. There it is. Yeah, I'm guessing that just once you plug this onto there, it's supposed to light up the LED. But yeah, I think our battery is just not gonna work. Gonna have to go get a new battery later on. Also, as you can see, some of these pieces already kind of coming off of there. Because they use a polycap to connect this armor piece onto this ball joint there, but there's nothing, like there's not enough holding the polycap into the part. So like the polycap stayed on the ball joint, but the armor piece came off. So there you go. All right, it's coming along. Ugh. I get paid tomorrow. Corey said, I get paid tomorrow. Which kit should I buy? Full Mechanics Lupus or the RX-78 3.0? I would definitely go for the 3.0. Not the Full Mechanics Lupus, yeah. Eddie, yes, it does have an LED in there, but it's not working at the moment. With the Mohawk, it reminds me of a punk rocker. Boom cannon, yeah. Yeah, the Mohawk is a funky design that I'm not sure if I'm all that into, to be honest, but it's different, it's unique. And the fact that it has like a kind of skirt, which kind of looks like a 90s punk rocker style, like shirt tied around the waist kind of thing, you know what I mean? A grunge kind of style. I guess that's not really punk rock, it's grunge, kind of, right? It's got that kind of look to it, so yeah. So I wonder where the magnets go then. I wasn't really paying close enough attention to the manual to see where do the magnets go. Maybe in the backpack or something? In the hand? Or what? What's the deal with the magnets? I'm looking in the manual trying to see where do the magnets actually go on this. I don't know. There's 2 magnets included, but I don't know where they go. I don't know. Oh, anyway. Yeah. Interestingly, they're also not included, like here on the parts list, it shows the LED components here. So you'd think it would also maybe include the magnets, but I don't know. It's gonna have an hourglass figure. So, yeah, sort of, yeah. Magnets, how do they work exactly? Does he come with a flannel button up to tie around his waist? Yeah, yeah, basically. M1. They forgot the arrow on the instructions here. What do we need? This one. Hey, Downjo, thank you again for the super chat there. I'm eyeing an HD GPO3 not to build but for parts. Yeah, I can understand that. It's a cool design, but yeah, that HG is a little bit dated. That's for sure. Let's see. There's definitely a couple of, because also like the resolution of the images in the manual is not that good resolution. So like when you need to see like little small details, it's just kind of blurry. Not easy to see on some of these. So kind of on like parts where you need to, there's like the left and the right side is different, but it's kind of really a small difference. It's kind of hard to tell in the manual, the way that it shows the part in the manual. It's kind of hard to tell if it's the right side or the left side. But I guess if you're not building it like me, where I cut out all the parts at once, but if you're actually, you know, doing it the proper way of cutting the parts out, you know, a little bit at a time based on what you need at that particular moment, then you'd probably be okay. Maybe just I would advise you guys not to build this in the typical style that I do, where you cut out all like basically all the parts at once. All right, and this one here. So this is one of the side skirts, basically. Like that. So yeah, you can get a sense of the length of that. It's gonna go right on there. And then the opposite side. All my research points to it being P Bandai as a kit, but design-wise, it's P Cool. Which one? Pretty dated as a kit. Okay, sorry, I read that wrong. Pretty dated as a kit, but design-wise, it's cool. Yes, yeah, that's right, Danjo, yeah. Pretty dated HG. It's quite early on in the HGUC line. Did Bandai ever produce a GPO3 MG? Yes, they did, which was also pretty early in the MG line. Also not very good by all accounts. I've thought about picking one up on many occasions, and every time I just think that it would be, it sounds cool in theory, but then I just have to remember that the kit is just not that good, unfortunately. Oops. And it's not that like the kit is not good, but it's just that I mean, like in terms of the stability or whatever articulation, so those things I can get past. Like the main issue is just that it just looks ugly. Because proportionally it's not good. Like design of the MG GPO3. This is the ugly looking kit. Whereas something like the Ground Gundam or the EZ8 or like the Ground Gym, for example, those ones are also pretty dated MGs that have pretty lackluster articulation, not a ton of detail, not even a full inner frame, but they look pretty good at the end of the day. And they look pretty accurate to how they're supposed to look. So they actually still hold up pretty well despite their age. And just the same thing cannot be said about the GP03, I think. Holding out for that 2.0, yeah. Have I watched Hathaway's Flash yet? No, I have not had time to watch that yet, sorry to say. The MG GP03 has bad legs, but the arms have a cool gimmick. Yeah, and the HG has the same gimmick of the folding subarm within the arms. M3. Okay. Is that? And next week, I think I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time painting. I've got like 4 kits that are basically ready to paint. Everything's all prepped, sanded and everything. Just need to get them painted. So, and then a couple of things as well too that just need like some detail up. A couple of like figures, converged figures, and I've got a converged figure, a next edge figure, another different figure over there, like small figures that just need some detail up work on them. So kind of a lot of things I'm trying to work on. So, and the company that sent me this this kit is Hobby Mio, which is like actually a tool and supply company. And so they sent me a bunch of tools and supplies and stuff to try out as well. So that will be the next video you guys will see. Will be just kind of checking out all the stuff that they sent. And and then we'll have lots of that stuff to check out. But so that's also something that I need to be doing. Oh, okay. Kind of looking at this backwards, I think. What do you do on the next edge figures? Clear coat and then panel line. Yeah. So just clear gloss coat, then just panel lining, decals, detail painting like that, like normal. So all the panel lining and detail painting's already done. It's on the XS, the next edge style figure XS Gundam, which I recently reviewed. So basically everything's done except just throwing some decals and some final top coat on that. Just a request later on stream with Adam. Maybe you can answer the question from bottom to top, since the question's always from the same person every time. Okay. Yes. Fair suggestion. I will, at least, if not from the bottom, we'll at least start from the middle or something like that. Yeah. I will do that. Have you kept track of how many models you've built? No, I've not. I've not kept track of that, no. I don't know. And I'm sure it's quite a lot. Oh no, this goes for the front. There we go. So that goes in there. And this little guy goes on the front. And these little guys go on the back. Like that. Oof. Should put these on here first. A little bit tight. There we go. Got those on there. This one on the front. These go on the side. So yeah, you can see what I was talking about earlier, how it's got like the grunge style flannel shirt tied around the waist kind of look, how it has like no front skirt armor and then like really long side skirt and back skirt armor pieces. So it's got that whole look going for it there. And this piece on the top of the chest keeps popping off. There you go. You can see that. Looks like it, like that's his legs or something, but it's not. It's just the side skirts. Which GP Gundam would you say is your favorite? Like not model kit wise, but just which of the like GP series is my favorite? Honestly, probably the GP04 or the Blossom, but among like the main three that actually appear in the anime, or it's like four, if you count the GP01, the FB, the 02, and 03, like among those that actually appear in the anime, probably the 03, the GP03 is probably my favorite amongst those, but actually the Blossom and the GP04 Gerbera are probably designs that I actually like a little bit more, to be honest. Hopefully someday we'll get an actual kit of the Blossom, the GP00. I'm rebuilding my GP04 kit while you stream. Hey, there you go, Mike. It's a great kit. I just hate the fact that that kit comes with such an awesome gun that it just can't hold very well at all. The Stamen is the 03. Corey. That'd be the one with the folding shield and like the big kind of massive like side back skirt kind of engine things off the back, kind of a little bit like Muv-Love style a little bit. And has the folding sub arms that come out of the back of its arm too. It's all for the Dendrobium basically, but yeah. Did you cut everything from the runner then build? Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have never seen, this is what I use usually in a container like this, so I can cut out all the parts and separate them. So like all the skirt armor, or like the waist section, torso section, leg, head, arm, weapons, like that. Very convenient. Get yourself one of these containers, and it's a box, you know, so I can close this and take it with me. So yeah, cutting out all the parts and everything is something I usually do at home. So like I'll take the kit home, do that, put everything in the box, do all the number removal and everything, then I can transport it back here into the office to do this with you guys. I'm trying to fix the gun holding issue. Okay, yeah, there you go. A worthy cause, Mike. I wish you good luck on that. That's, if there's anything that needs to be fixed on that kit, aside from the massive seam lines on the fuel tanks, that's another annoying thing about that kit. Love that kit, but yeah, gigantic seam lines. You're probably used to that, Mike. Yeah, it won't be. I mean, if you've built aircraft, it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of like building 3 aircraft fuselages on the back of it, with a just massive seam line all the way around that thing. Aside from that, and aside from the gun, yes, I do love that kit. Pepsi said third party is cooler than Bandai. I mean, that's subjective. Just hit up with a plaid pattern. Great, now I'm looking at punk rock fashion on Google. Did you paint your PG ARC-78 No, my PG Unleashed kit is still here. I would still love to paint that, but yeah, I set that aside just because I've had other stuff that I'm working on, and yes, I've not gotten back to painting that kit as I had planned to, unfortunately. Yes, very sad. Hopefully. Maybe after I finish up a couple of projects that I have currently in the works that I'm trying to finish up, then maybe I'll come back to that. That would be nice. Nope, that's not it. Where is the piece that I'm looking for? It's not that. Okay. Where is it? What the hell? Well, can't find the piece that I'm looking for that, so let's put that to the side for a moment while we build a different part of the leg. Oh, actually, I think this is it. Maybe. Kind of hard to tell. The manual. But yeah, let's build this other section here first instead, then we'll come back to that, I guess. So we got, not that part. Oh no, now we're going to be having the same issue with this other part of the build here now, or what? I swear I just saw that part. Where did it go? The one that I need now for this section. Shoot. It's not that. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this black one. That's why I was not able to see that. So this one fits onto there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Onto that little track there. And this piece goes over the top of that. Not many pieces here, but why I keep not seeing. Okay, it was hiding over there. Dang. Not seeing the pieces I'm looking for. Here we go. Okay, interesting. This is ankle armor. When you bend the ankle forward and back, this armor panel here on the, which I think is going to be the back of the leg, slides up and down, which is pretty cool. Have you built any model bingo conversion kits? No, not conversion kits. I've only built the model bingo God Gundam, which was a full kit. Build any Gurren Lagann model kits lately? No, not lately and not ever, actually. I've not built any of those. Alright, so we got this piece, which looks like that, and this piece fits onto here like that, and that will connect onto the side. Was I supposed to remove that part? Okay, differently. this part was supposed to be connected onto the lower leg. Here, like that. Anyway, then this one. Can you review the Wing Gundam from MJH? Are you talking about the that bootleg kit that's like the Proto Snow White? Is that what you're talking about, Pepsi? I think I'd seen something like I think like Prime 92 just recently got that kit or something. Have you built any resin kits? DT Warrior, yeah, I mean I built the Model Bingo God Gundam, as I was just mentioning before. It's full resin, and then I'm actually currently, I just started working on the resin conversion kit for the Sazabi, the Simp resin conversion kit for the RG Sazabi. So yeah, I'll be working on that. That's one of the things that is a current work in progress. I kind of just started. That there. Any kits you excited for before they're released? The Nightingale, definitely. I'm really looking forward to the Nightingale. And that should be released like pretty soon. I think in about a week or so. Right, so that's right on the cusp. That'll be coming out. Aside from that, I mean the RG Hainu. I'm not a super big fan of the Hainu, but I'm sure that'll be a fun kit. So I'm looking forward to that. The Virtue will be cool. Looking forward to that as well too. What else is coming out? I don't know. What else is coming out? No, I'm suddenly can't remember. That goes on to there. So just real quick, I don't know if you guys noticed this. I was just kind of playing with this a minute ago. When you move the ankle side to side, also these parts here on the side of the ankle also will shift back and forth like that as well too. So hopefully you guys can see that. When I move the ankle to the side, those parts shift up and down on the sides, and then when I move the ankle to the front, the piece on the back here will move down along with that as well too. So that's much more subtle. It's kind of not gonna be very easy to see, but some cool armor shifting going on here with that. That's gonna bring me back around to this part. Let's just try going back to this one here, which I guess this is the right part for that. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure, but yeah, seems right, so. Fair enough. And this one on here on the back. Psycho Dogga is in the back of the box art for the Nightingale. Yes, I'm super excited for that. MGEX is the only good MG Unicorn. Yeah. It's I wouldn't say it's the only good MG Unicorn, because it really just depends on what you're looking for out of an MG Unicorn kit. The MGEX Unicorn is definitely the best version of the Unicorn, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's the only good one. It just depends on you, really. In my opinion, I think other versions of the MG Unicorn are fine. It's just that I don't I don't really care that much about articulation and stuff like that for a kit like that. I just want the kit to be able to stand there and look cool. And the Masquerade Unicorn, whichever version of it, I think does still look good when it's just stood there in just a regular standing pose. So, I mean, if it can stand up, then it's fine with me. And I know some people will immediately say, it can't even stand up. No, I mean, it can. Come on. Don't do it that dirty. I know it's got its issues, but at least it can stand up. I'm fairly certain COVID did something to the RE100 line, considering this year and last year's kits seem to be pretty much dry up online. Yeah, I think the RE100 line was kind of like fan service for the most part. It's a line that I don't think Bandai really necessarily made a whole lot of money off of. But yeah, with the pandemic, and if they had to bump anything kind of out of production for a while, yeah, it's pretty easy to see why they would have just, if they had to put anything on hold, why they would have chose to put the RE100 line on hold. So yeah, it makes sense. It's sad because I like the RE100 kits, but I get it. Kind of weird construction for this part of the build. What the heck? Oh, it goes on there. Yeah, again, it doesn't take a whole lot to figure it out, but there is a couple of sections I'm finding with this build that and just kind of manuals not super clear. I just have to, it just takes me a second. I'm so used to Bandai, so anything that's like not Bandai or unfamiliar sometimes kind of takes me a second. I have to kind of double check the manual a couple of times before I can realize what I'm doing wrong. Kind of like here, this part as well too. Which, as far as I can tell, that looks like that's supposed to fit like that, but this red piece on the back is in the way, so how's that work? Okay, so we'll do this where, okay, yeah. See, I think building the other opposite side here as well too is going to help to kind of figure out what I was doing wrong. Because I can like see it from a different angle now. RE100 is death a few years. I hope Bandai will make more of it. Yes. Without Corona, Newsom would have been recalled in California. My local shops is already fed up with his rules for the not for me trash. Yeah, and not honestly, I don't really know that much about Gavin Newsom, but everything I do know does sound like he's not a very cool dude. So yeah, I sympathize with you. I won't get too much into it just because I'm not well informed about him that much or his policies or anything, but yes, I get where you're coming from. Doesn't sound like a very cool guy. Alright. So that fits into there, like that. For the knee. And then this one onto the back of there like that. Then later, that fits into there. Is that right? That seems like that should be pushed in a little bit more. Oh, yep, there you go. And is there still that much of a gap there? Let's see. Yes, apparently so. Okay. All right then. This like gap right here, where that kind of gray piece seems like it should fit more snugly up into the shape of that darker gray piece, but no, just looking at the pictures in the manual, it looks like that is how that's supposed to be. As for the feet, you put this piece on top, like that. Then this piece below, and this piece behind, and this piece behind that. Oi. Get off. These ones are a little bit tight. The manual says to put the gray piece onto here first and then put the white piece on there, but that's proving to be kind of hard. So I think I can do it this way instead. That'll be better. Okay. And then last but not least, why is the shoe piece, why does the shoe have polycaps? That's weird, and I hope that doesn't become an issue, but I'm worried that that's going to be a problem later. So the pieces on the bottom of the feet, the soles of the shoe, if you will, are on polycap ball joints so that you're able to move around the bottoms of the feet for some reason. I guess like just to help with the having it standing on like a flat surface, so like these bottoms of the feet. I mean, that's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting, to be honest. I would never have expected that to like be a thing. So you can like have the feet like this, where it looks like the foot is not down flat, but the bottom of it actually is down flat. It's just like the armor piece around is not completely flat. So I mean, that's kind of interesting, to be honest. It's weird, and I mean, it's different, but all right. I see what they're doing. See what they're going for with that. It's kind of cool. Fair play. That's actually, I think this was, oh, the legs are symmetrical, so it doesn't matter, left or the right. So I was gonna say, I don't remember if that's the left side or the right side, but actually I have to put that in sideways, then turn it to lock it into place. So there you go. Pretty cool legs, definitely quite chunky feeling. They kind of remind me of like the PG Stray. Maybe just the fact that they're like red and white, but well, there's not that much white, but I mean, overall, the suit is red and white. But just like the chunkiness of the legs reminds me of the MG, or not the MG, the Perfect Grade, a Stray red frame. All right, so yeah, these pieces up here on the torso falling off a little bit too easily. That's kind of annoying. I might add a little bit of super glue on that part just to save myself the headaches. Let's see. Hey Zach, what's your thoughts on Henry's new style of videos? Anzo, I've not seen much. I mean, I don't know what style of videos has he been doing lately. I don't know. I'd have to go and look. I have not seen what he's been doing. Let me see. Oh. He did a I got a package today video 3 days ago. Oh man. And he did a reaction to Shizuoka Hobby Show Day 1 video 11 years ago. Oh my goodness. Where he's like recording his computer screen showing the RG ARC-78-2. I can see there in the thumbnail. That's a... Man, talk about a blast from the past. So he did a channel trailer 4 months ago. I'm just looking at his channel now. Yeah, I have not seen a lot of these. Well, he hasn't. I mean, in the past, he did the channel trailer and the work in progress on the PG Ava 4 months ago, and then another work in progress 1 month ago, and then another work in progress 2 weeks ago, and then yeah, a couple of videos like in the past week. But no, I've not seen them, so I'll have to check those out. Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I'll look. I don't watch a lot of Gunpla related content in general, so it's not like I watch everyone else except for Henry. I just don't really watch much. I'll check those out. And you know how the YouTube algorithm is. If you don't watch one video, or if you haven't watched any videos like for a while, then they won't recommend anything to you. So that would be the reason why I haven't seen that, is because I haven't watched any of his videos for quite some time. So the algorithm was not recommending them to me. Out of order and some kit pre-orders. Let's see. Mecha is not a gothic guy. I was actually just talking about this to someone. I think it was maybe in my Discord server or something like that. Talking about this, that Mecha Gatsu as well too. I don't watch a lot of his content, so I mean I am uninformed basically. But and I know because he lived in Japan before, his style, at least like the very few instances I have seen, because he doesn't show himself on camera very often, but the very few times when I have seen him actually appear on camera, his style really reminds me a lot of kind of, it's not typical because it's not very common, but there is like a certain style of like in Japan, and there's like the gaijin's version of that style. So I don't really know how to describe it, but anyway, yeah, yes, I mean, how do I describe it? There's a certain style that exists in Japan, and some gaijin like kind of co-opt it, and yeah, it's very easy to identify, and it looks like that as far as I can tell. And I know he used to live in Japan, so it makes sense if he kind of adopted that style from whilst living there. So yeah, I don't know, but it's not gothic. That's not it. It reminds me a lot, honestly, of like kind of like host guys, like guys who are hosts in host bars. It's kind of like that, but it's not exactly like that. It's kind of like Japanese like host rocker kind of style. Anyway, whatever. I don't want to spend like too much time talking about that. I don't care. But anyway, that's that. That's what his style always reminds me of on the very few instances where I've seen him actually on camera. So I would assume that comes from his time in Japan. Yeah, so I mean that would explain the fingernails, the bracelets, the hair. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. This one. You go like that. And this one, you go like this. Do you have any tips to anyone who wants to do a live build stream? Be funny or interesting. I'm not the person to look to do that. I mean, as far as like just like streaming content goes, I mean, just look at. You don't necessarily have to look at Gunpla streamers. I mean, just look at just kind of streaming in general. Look towards like I'm sure there's lots of content around online about like how to be a good live streamer. So I'm sure there's plenty of that you can find, and the same would apply. I'm not very good at it. I can tell you so. I'm not the right person to look to for that kind of advice, sorry to say. What kit would you like to see get released the most? Well, the Psycho Dogga, since we were just talking about that, I would love that. But also the Girazulu is one I would love to see. Lots of stuff from Advanced Zeta that's still not been made yet. How would you compare the build of this? The build looks fun, but I'm not a fan of the finished look. I mean, overall the build is fine. It's not the same like building a Bandai kit. Like I said, I think probably the closest thing that I can compare it to, honestly, is the 1/6 scale Ultraman kit that I built. Which I would not be surprised if this is from... I know it's not the same company, but I know a lot of times the companies are different, but like the people behind them are basically like the same people and like the same like producers behind the kits, even though they're like under different companies and stuff. So just because they're both out of China, I would not be surprised at all if the same people responsible for the Ultraman kit are also related to the production of this one as well too. And Paulo said, good morning from the Philippines. Just got my hands on the Mercurius Invade. Haven't built HG for a while. Any tips? Nope. No tips. Just enjoy the build. I say best live stream is have fun and be yourself. Yeah, totally. That's it. Yeah. Just enjoy it. Says that with a 170 plus audience. I mean, 170 is, I mean, yeah, for a Gunpla building live stream, or like for, yeah, I mean, within our hobby, for a live stream, that's pretty good, I guess, yeah. But, I mean, like, compared to other stuff, you know, it's still pretty minuscule, so, I don't know. And it really depends on the kit that I'm building as well, too. Like, if I'm doing, like, a live stream building a Machining Krieger kit, then I'll be, like, lucky to break 100 people watching. But if it's like a new kit that's like really super popular, like if I do like a live stream of the RG Hainu when that comes out, I'm sure it'll be probably like more like 300 people watching. So it really just depends on the popularity of the kit as well too. How many people are willing to tune in. How is the plastic for this Mohawk mecha? Yeah, as I was just saying, the plastic it's not Bandai quality. It's a little bit like softer. If you've built any Chinese kits, it feels like the same as that. It's not bad, but it's not the same as Bandai. So, do you know about Takeda Shingen by Mosho? It looks like Shogun mecha. Is that big red one? It's like a metal build kind of thing. It's not a kit. It's like a... Is that what you're talking about? I mean, kind of recently come out. I think Mecha Gaikotsu recently did a video about that. I actually have one coming in the mail. That's also being sent to me from, I think, from the company in China. It doesn't matter what kit you build, I'll always be here. Thank you, Corey. I know you always are here. Appreciate that. Yeah, some people, I mean, I know there's some people that do watch every time, no matter what, but I do know that a lot of people will come specifically for a particular kit. So that is definitely a factor. So if you're gonna be like live streaming, so I can't remember who it was, but whoever was asking about getting into live streaming, the same thing goes for reviews as well too. I see this happening with a lot of like kind of fairly new channels, like when you're reviewing kits, you know, I think build whatever you want to build and, you know, review whatever you want to review. But if you want to, like, if gaining subscribers and, you know, growing your channel is something important to you, building, like live building or reviewing a kit that's like 10, 15, 20 years old is not going to get as much attention as building a newer kit. So like if you're building like the MG Zeta 2.0 or something, for example, which is a kit that's 10 years old or something now at this point, there's just not going to be as much interest in that compared to if you were building the MG Mark V, for example, which is not even a standard release kit, but just it's a more recent kit, or the RG Wing, which just came out. So the freshness of the kit is also going to change. But I mean, that's not necessarily true. It's really only true for like smaller channels. I think once you get to like a pretty good size, like for me, I actually kind of find it that when I review older kits, I honestly sometimes get like more reviews when I review older kits. But I think it's just because I've already got... Hang on, what the hell? I already got kind of like a basis of people who just watch my channel normally, and they're interested to see kind of those older kits again. Whereas if you start off with just showing those older kits, no one's really necessarily going to be searching for that. It's just the people who are already subscribed to my channel then see that come up in their subscription feed and like, oh yeah, cool, there's that old kit. Hang on. I had this part left over from the other leg, and I was wondering, why do I have this part left over while I was building the other leg? And I thought, okay, well maybe I just put both of those parts for the left and the right side both into the same side. Now I'm confused, because it looks like basically the same as this part, but it's a smaller version of that. That's weird. Are you meant to be able to like switch out that part for something, or what is that? What's that for? Huh. It's that one. G2. Well, that's weird. Where does that part go? Yeah, it's the same as the part for the front of the shin, but why is there two different pieces for that? It's G1. Yeah. Well, it's a mystery. I don't know. So, guess we won't use that. Where were we? Here we are. Hey, good morning from the Philippines. Thank you, Denmark TV. Denmark TV, but from the Philippines. That's an interesting contradiction there. It's just an option part. Yeah, boom cannon, I guess it's an option part, but it doesn't show it anywhere in the manual, so I don't know. And the only option that it would give you would just be like making the shin shorter, which is strange. I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. Someone said earlier it's meant for making different length of legs. Okay, well, yep, there you go. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess if you want to make the legs shorter, you can do that. But I'm always a fan of the longer, sexier legs myself, so I'm just going to stick with the longer legs, but it's interesting. Okay. And there was another question I saw there that I was going to answer. Sorry, what was that? Where did it go? Do I have any recommendations on a streaming setup for Gunpla building? Not particularly. Also, I mean, I don't really like this camera that I use. I plan on changing that after moving to the US, so I'll hopefully be using a better camera for streaming later. Always got to be showing off the new hotness. Yeah, I mean, praise be the algorithm. That said, I mean, yes, of course you are going to always get more views or whatever showing off the newest, latest, hottest kits. But I would also recommend you, I mean, just for your own sake and for your own sanity, not to get too wrapped up in that. Because I see, like, there's some channels out there who are, like, always scrambling to be the first to review kits. Like, as soon as they come out, they have to be the first to review it to try to soak up those early views. I mean, you know, you do you. If that's what you want to do, go for it. Obviously, you guys know if you watch my channel, you know, I'm usually not the first. And I don't really try to be. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't stress me out. I know the earlier you are, it is better for your views. And I do try to be fast about it just because I know you guys want to see the kits as soon as possible. And people want to see the kits because they want to know if they want to buy the kits. So especially like if I get the kit, if I get my hands on a kit here, like before it's available in America, then that's helpful to people to be able to see the kit and know if they do want to get like a last minute pre-order in on the kit before it comes out. But yeah, I mean, that's not me. I don't do that. You guys know this. Not notice. Saying it. But yeah. That said, I will still get accused of that from sometimes. Like people will still make some pretty wild accusations sometimes, saying that like I am like overly positive in my reviews because like just for the sole purpose of because I'm trying to sell the kits for USA Gundam Store. And I mean, come on, give me a little bit of credit. I have much more integrity than that. I mean, yes, this is my job, and yes, I am promoting the kits to sell. But I mean, like, if the kit's good, I'll tell you it's good. If it's bad, I'll tell you it's bad. And it's my philosophy is just that there are no bad kits in general, so. I'm not going to be like overly negative just to prove a point. Showing off kit in a way that addresses things I care about is more important than being the first, plus presentation in general. Yeah, right, exactly. Have you tried building any of the Macross Delta variable fighter girls by Aoshima? Yes, Mike, I did. I reviewed the Clang. What was that? That one? I reviewed that one before, and actually the Scold, the new one, I just built up. It's right over there. I just built that up the other day, and I'm going to actually be working on the review for that later this afternoon. So yeah, you guys will see that review coming out pretty soon, and also a giveaway with that. So I already mentioned this before, so some of you guys may have already heard this, may have already known this, but in case you haven't heard, you didn't know, I have an extra of the Scold kit there from Aoshima that I'm going to be giving away. So I've got mine that I built for review, and then I've got another one that was actually sent from Aoshima. So I'll not only be sending that out to one lucky winner, but you'll also will get it in the Aoshima box that it came to me in. So yes. Personally, I think we need more English language painted build videos. More of the custom kit channels are Japanese. Yeah, I agree. I mean, yes. Yeah. Did you yet to Japan? Did I go to Japan? Yes, I've been there a number of times. Maybe... Well, I lived there for a year. Other than that, I think I've just gone just like for just like a short trip or medium length trip. How many times have I been there? I don't know, 10 times? Did you already test the magnetic LED on the head? I don't know what the deal is with... I tested the LEDs. It's not working. Is there something related to the magnets, June? Can you, you're asking me about the magnetic LED on the head. We have magnets included, and I don't know where they're supposed to go. And the LED in the head is not working. So are the magnets somehow related to that? There is this thing here in the manual, but it's all in Chinese. Where it looks like it's holding the magnets, and it looks like it's saying like to press the magnets to here in order to turn on the LED, but that doesn't work either, so I don't know. What's the deal with the magnets? The magnets should turn the LEDs on, I believe. Well, it's not working so far, but let me see. No choice. I have to translate the Chinese. I can use my translator here on my phone to translate the Chinese. Hang on just a second. It's okay. Okay, so it says move the magnet close to this area and then move it away. The magnetron switch can be triggered once to open and again to close. So just putting the magnet nearby should turn the LED on. Let me see. There's another little bit here about that. The switch can also be triggered directly by touching the mold here. Yeah, so touch that, then thing is, well, the magnet thing is not working. Wait a minute. Thought it looked on, but maybe I was just seeing. No, I think I was just seeing a reflection through there. And also, this neck piece feels like it's not pushed down all the way. So I'm not sure if it's actually making contact or not. Let's see, if I pull off this back panel, I can see a little bit easier. Come on. Come off you. Okay, so... Alright. Yeah, I don't know. It's not working, so I don't know. I'll get some new batteries and I'll see if that's gonna work. Maybe it's just the battery. Beats me. Anyway, for now, let's just move on with the build. Alright. Let's see. Any decal brands you would avoid? I'm looking at getting some water slides for my RG new. Not really. Decal brands to avoid. I mean, like, DL are probably like the worst ones. They're not like horrible. Yeah. Could be a faulty LED. Yeah, it could be the battery. I'm not sure. I'll try swapping out the battery. That's really kind of the only thing I can really do. Which... Let's see. CR927. I'll go to the store after this and get a new battery. Alright, anyway. Arms. Let's do that. Batteries plus. Classic. No, just to the stationery store, just down the street. That'll give me a good excuse to stop by the bakery and buy a sandwich. Okay, so get these arms built so we can build the massive swords and be done with this guy. Here's that. That's not right. That's right. And that fits onto our frame here. This one onto the back. So this has a pre-made inner frame, right? Yes, it does. Pre-made inner frame that you just separate it out into sections to build the kit, so like the arms, legs, torso. And I mean, as far as pre-made inner frames go, this one does seem pretty good. Uh-huh. What? What? Fucking phone. Alright, there we go. That. Then this little forearm piece. Is that right? That doesn't look right. Let's see. There we go. It's on here. So let's see. Even with the pre-built inner frame, the build is pretty extensive. Kind of. Honestly, it's not that much. Actually, the build is not that parts heavy, as in like the number of parts. They do actually feel sort of heavy in terms of just like the weight of the plastic. But like it doesn't actually have that many parts. The only reason why it's taking me longer to put this build together than like normally just a regular Bandai kit would is just because it's just different, and so I'm just not familiar with it. So like normally like a Bandai kit I can put together pretty quickly because I'm very familiar with how they normally fit together, whereas with this it's kind of a whole new thing for me. So that's why it's taken a little bit longer. Parts wise, it really doesn't have that many parts to it. So that's why I was kind of surprised, because the box is quite large. And then like as I was cutting out all the parts and everything, I was thinking like, oh, I mean, the box was huge, but there's not actually that much in the box. I mean, there is enough, plenty in there. but not like a huge amount of parts. And this is the wrong side. Right arm. That one there. That one there. Okay. Like that. What the hell? What is going on? They said this is for the right side, but then it has you rotate this like the wrong way. Why would you rotate it like that? This is for the right side. This should be on the other side. What the hell, man? What? Oh. Yeah, what the fuck? That's totally for the left side. Alright. Whatever, manual. You're tripping. Let's fast forward here. So that goes in like that. And we can rotate that. Okay. I don't know. Goofy as hell. Let's see. Someone talking about Gunpla Millie still wants an MG Kshatriya, just like how she revealed it during her BuildCon panel in 2019 before she said it again on her own channel during Q&A. Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people want a 100 scale Kshatriya. How is this one compared to the Zero Gravity Judge before for the inner frame? For the inner frame, I mean, I don't know. The main difference with the Judge is that the Judge had a lot more detail, a lot more parts. That was a super parts heavy kit, where this one is relatively simple in the number of parts that it has. That one just had a ton of parts and a lot of little parts and things like that, little detailed parts, and the color separation was pretty insane on that kit. This one doesn't have anything quite like that. And hey, hang on. Okay. Can you stand side by side with an MG after you build it? Yeah, sure, I will in the review. Mike Wazowski, can primer be put on via brush with or without thinner? It can. I think you'll probably have a hard time making it look good. And while you can brush paint in like a certain like stylistic way, or you can brush paint very smooth. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. That would be difficult to do. Difficult to do in a way that would be looking correct, but It's possible, yeah, sure. Are those nub marks on there that I forgot to cut off? It looks like it. I think so. Also, in case anyone was wondering, which I don't know if anyone would be wondering about this because it's not a plated kit, but if you're wondering if it's undergated, most of the pieces on this did have a lot of undergating on them. So I know for whatever reason, I don't really understand it, but for some reason people like that. Personally, I don't like it. If the kit is not plated, then I would prefer if it's not undergated, because that it just ends up making more work, I think. But if undergating is something that you like on your kits, then you'll be happy to know that there was quite a lot of it on this kit. Damn. What the fuck? Now I'm second guessing myself. I don't know if that was a nub that I was supposed to remove or not. And again, it would be easier to know if the manual was a little bit more clear, but I don't think I was actually supposed to remove that a little bit, but oh well, it's gone now. It's not, yeah, no, I was not supposed to be there like that, but shit. Oh well. Well, that's weird. Undergate is a trend in Chinese made kits recently. Yeah, I don't know why. It's not useful at all. This Night of Dark Sky is dissed a lot for its price tag here in China, which I think is nonsense. It's an original design, so I think that's probably one reason why the price is higher than other stuff. That makes sense to me. Whereas, like, if it was like a Supernova Gundam kit or something like that, where they do redesign the kits a little bit, but it's still based off of a Gundam design, so it's not entirely like made up from nothing. So it's not quite as much a creative effort as making up an entirely new design, which, like I said, as far as I know, this is something that's just entirely new. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense that you have to pay for that. That's one reason why Chinese kits in general, like bootleg kits, I mean, or even stuff like, again, like something from Supernova or something, that's one reason why those kits are cheaper, is because there's no cost that went into developing the design of the Gundams. So like for Bandai, part of the cost is what it costs to pay the artists, pay the designers who just came up with the design of the Gundam, and then for whatever company later that's then copying that design, they don't have that same that cost doesn't exist because the design already exists. Somebody else already made the design. They just have to kind of reimagine it slightly and plan out the parts. I mean, there's still obviously work that has to go into that, but you know, coming up with the original design and everything, that's kind of a big part of the process that is then already done. Do you have the HG Psybuster in your backlog? No, I don't, and I don't plan on reviewing that one, sorry to say. Someone asked that just yesterday or something, I think, in the comments on a video. I don't remember if I replied or not. I think I did. But if that was you, if you're the same person who asked that in a video, in the comment section on a video like yesterday or the day before, then yeah, just to answer the question. No, I do not plan on getting or reviewing the Psybuster kit. This kit is designed by a few university students. I think they are based around Shanghai. Quite a few modelers have funded them. Yeah. Any interest in the Alt Asian from Bandai when it comes out? Which kit is that, Sturgetti? That name sounds so familiar, and I feel like, yes, I probably do remember that being one that was on my radar, but now I can't think offhand of which kit that was. Which one was that? This kit meant to come with more LEDs, but the designer canceled it for the price tag. They left space in the sword for LEDs in the sword, but they canceled it. Oh, okay, well, when we build the sword, we'll get to that. I'll see. Super Robot Wars, yes, it's the red and white Super Robot Wars design that was announced. I vaguely remember that, but I need to check. I don't know. Can you pop an image into the Discord or something, Sturgetti, so I can see that? Uh-huh. Oh my. Yeah, there's a USA Gundam Store scam going on Facebook as well too, I see. I already saw someone before was messaging about that, and I can see you guys were talking about it in the Discord as well too. Uh-oh. That's not good. Ah, yes, that one. Yeah, I think I did put in a pre-order for that one. Yes. Yeah, it's a small image, but it's okay. I just needed a reminder of what it looks like. Yeah, I think I did put in a pre-order for that, so I'll have to check to make sure, but I think I was planning on getting and reviewing that kit. Yeah, it's a pretty cool design. A lot of stuff from Super Robot Wars is not particularly to my taste. It kind of depends. Some is and some isn't. The more Super Robot-esque the design, then it's not really quite to my taste. Where there's other stuff like the what's it called? The Huckabane? Huckabane? Anyway, that one where they're basically like Gundams, essentially, just not Gundams. Those ones are definitely more appealing to me. But yeah, there's some cool designs. That one is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, scam. There's like a fake. So if any of you guys see this, disregard it. It seems to be like there's like a fake account, which like the name of the account is like USA. It's like USA _ Gundam Store or something like that, which is not the official USA Gundam Store, but they were saying that like they were getting like a friend request and like a weird message. It's like USA Gundam. It's USA Gundam Store. Yeah, if you guys see that, it's not the real one. So let me see. me see. Is that or no? Because I did also see there was a message about that. I don't know. Check it out for yourself, guys. But I think it's a scam. Oh my! I didn't see this until just right now as well too. Bandai is making the Hyper Mega launcher for the RG Hainu. Woo boy! Yo! I did not expect that. That's awesome. Man, that is a beast of a weapon. That's cool. That's when you know you've made it to the big leagues. Yeah, I got one earlier and reported. Yeah. What one-to-one statue do you think Montreal deserves? Montreal? I don't know. I don't know what would necessarily make Montreal specifically deserving of a one-to-one statue, but I guess if it was anything, that Canadian Gundam from G Gundam, I guess that seems like it'd be the most logical. Don't you think so? What was the name of that Gundam? I can't remember. Grizzly Gundam? Was that it? That sounds right. I don't remember if that is correct or not, but it sounds right. Could be. It was something like that. One-to-one Poutine Gundam. There you go. Zach is like, I'm not a huge fan of the Hainu, Bandai. Hold my beer. Yeah, well, yeah. There you go. That's one way to get me to like the Hainu more, is releasing that big, giant, massive launcher that it has, which is a very cool gun. So, I mean, yeah. Bandai knows how to get me. That is true. Yeah, so I definitely was not supposed to clip off that little bit on the shoulder. Oops. Alright. And now, long last, we're done with the arms, but unfortunately, we still have to build the hands. And get that arm plugged on there. Let's go. The proportions a little bit funky. They're a little bit too human-like for my taste. I mean, obviously it's very narrow there in the midsection, but I mean just like the overall like length of the torso and the length of the limbs and everything. It's very human-like proportions, which is, yeah, it's kind of weird. So it does seem like more of like a suit, like similar to like an Ultraman kit, more so than like a Gundam. You know what I mean? Wait, so if they got RG Hainu heavy weapon system and the mega launcher, oh yeah. Yep, gotta do that. Gotta get the heavy weapon system parts and the mega launcher. And that would be one massive unit. Alright. This is our action base connector, which I don't know what the fuck action base that's gonna connect onto, because that's not like any sort of standard size. What the hell is that supposed to connect onto? It's not 3mm, that's like 4mm. Maybe onto the Kotobukiya stand? I think it's like slightly larger on that one. I don't know. The swapping finger gimmick on this kit is so cool. Yeah, I'm just about to build the hands here in just a second. We'll see that. To just put together this kind of like backpack part here first. tight. And this one here, like that. And anytime when I have to use my teeth on a kit, I don't like that, to be honest. So that's actually a bit annoying. So I can say there are definitely parts of this kit that are a little bit too tight. So fitting issues, yeah, it's not perfect by any means. It's not bad, but it does have a little bit of some fitting issues, I will say that. Just keeping it real with you guys. Alright, so that's basically the backpack. It's just basically it like that. Figma stand, it's not a 3mm peg. No, it's not. Because, let's see, I've got my 3mm peg here for the action base, and it's not even close. It's like, it's 4mm, if not larger. Yeah, so I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be for. Maybe you can grab some clipper type hand held grip, quick grip, like those Irwin brand ones to help pressing parts. Yeah. I have something like that over there, but it's okay. Where's the hands? Oh yeah. So yeah, like how the hands work is quite interesting. How they just kind of like slot into place here. Instead of like swapping fingers, you're like swapping all the kind of the palm and thumbs and fingers all at once. Just yeah, it seems like the weak point of this kit is the polycaps. The polycaps are just kind of shit. Go figure, eh? So those hands are like that, basically, but the weapon holding hands are kind of a little bit more complicated. Let's see. Where did we build the fists? Okay, there we go. Huh? What? Not there either. Wait a minute. Oh, what? I don't know. I think I just have to just kind of figure this out, because these are kind of strange. So this certainly goes like that. And the thumb is going to be the tricky part. Something like that. Fuck. Yes. So let's see, that's our weapon holding hand. Like that. I just want to put together the just the closed fist here first if I can. And hey, thank you very much there, DT Warrior. Thanks for the super chat there. See you tomorrow. Thank you. You won't see me tomorrow though, because I won't be live streaming tomorrow, Saturday. So I won't be live streaming tomorrow, but I will see you soon. Each of these is slightly different. The thumbs, and it's honestly kind of annoying. Sorry to say. So while it's a kind of cool gimmick to make the entire like hand swappable like this, but making it it's not good. I'm gonna be honest. It's not. It's interesting because it's different, but it's not good. It's just making more pieces that I'm sure, like when I'm trying to use these hands on like to hold stuff, these are just gonna be crumbling into a bunch of pieces. Or I think making them in a more traditional way, albeit that may be boring to make them in kind of the same traditional way, you know. You gotta go with what works, and this is not working very well. It's honestly, they're kind of annoying to build like this. And I can't even see, unless I missed it somewhere along the way. Okay, yeah, I did miss it. It's right there, but all right. The instructions for making the closed fists, because yeah. Having the thumbs connect onto this little tiny thing here, it's just not good. Fuck. There we go. Dang. Annoying. That's the weapon holding hand. Here's the other closed fist. Should be this one. Granted, I cut off all the parts ahead of time and now I'm having to guess which one was right, when if you just follow the manual, it probably would have been better. But even in the manual, it says, it doesn't show you building the left and the right side separately. It just tells you to like just build like the opposite parts for the opposite side. So even then, kind of like not super clear. How tall is this? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, 24 centimeters is generous. That's like to the top of the horn. More like around 22. 21, 22 centimeters. So like the Unicorn Gundam in unicorn mode, sort of. Let me see, what was that? They displayed a few kits at Wonder Festival in Shanghai. Will you get more kits from this line based on your current feeling about it? Well, I'll get more. I didn't buy this kit. They just sent this to me for a sample to build and review and share with you guys. So, based on this kit, I'm not sure I would buy any of the ones unless the design really appealed to me. But if they send me more, you know, I'll happily build them and review them. But the design, honestly, it's kind of cool, but it's not something that's super to my taste. So I don't think that it would be something that I would be all that interested in just getting like on my own. Plus these hands, I gotta say, are just really killing it for me, because they're so annoying to put this tiny little thumb piece on there, which like is barely held on by a tiny little peg, and I'm sure is gonna come off like a million times while I'm trying to do the review, so I'm just dreading that now. See, I had it on there for a second and it already came off again. So there's that. And there's that. Okay. So. And then this part of the hand is supposed to slide onto there, but yeah, it's kind of very tight. So I think sliding that on and off when you want to exchange the hands, every time I slide that off and slide a new hand on, I'm sure the hand is like all those couple pieces are all just going to come apart. I'm going to have to put it together again every single time. And then the more times you put it together, it's going to get looser and looser, and while it starts off too tight, it's then going to very quickly become too loose. And that's the problem with kits like this sometimes, so. That's why. There we go. So there we go. There's that. Now we can just build the weapons. Are the plastic in the kit polystyrene or ABS? There's some ABS and some polystyrene. It's a mix of both. If I remember correctly from the runners, there's a couple of the runners. Is Gundam a reliable website? Because I ordered an Eren Yeager figure. Just wondering. Huh? What do you mean, is Gundam a reliable website? You mean USA Gundam Store? Or just, is Gundam a reliable website? I don't know. What's that? Anyway. Right. Okay, so let's see if we can see where that intended LED feature was supposed to be on the swords here. So, I'll put this on here first, like that. Ooh. Yeah, I guess you can see like here in the blade, those holes in the blade I guess are meant to show like where the LEDs would have gone. So like the two little holes for the wires and then like the spot for the LED, I guess. Yeah, I see it, but yeah, it would have been tricky to get that wired into this. It's kind of a slim space there. Will look cool though, I'm sure. No doubt about that. But just the fluorescent orange plastic itself is pretty cool as well too though, so not a great loss in my opinion. Struggle with those fingers. Yes, I did, and I'm sure I will continue to struggle with the fingers throughout the process of recording the review. So yeah, not looking forward to that, but what can you do? Speaking of struggling throughout a review, yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, I'm working on the review later today for the Aoshima VF Girl Scold kit. And as interesting as those kits are, I'm sure that's going to take quite a while to do that review as well, just because of all the transformations and everything you have to do. I have to show the girl and then the fighter and then transform it into girl walk mode and show that and then transform it into the other what was it? Batroid form and show that. So there's a lot of transforming to do with those kits, and they're quite finicky and everything. So one reason why you don't see me doing more Macross stuff is number one, I'm just not that interested in Macross, and number two, Macross kits take longer to build and longer to review. So yeah, I can see this definitely would have been very cool if it had some LEDs in the sword. I mean, because you got like lights here on the top where it would be lighting up through this top part and then lighting up the whole blade and everything. I mean, yeah, would have been an impressive thing. Oh, and yeah, this section here is left empty, so I mean, I guess you were able to. This is where it was maybe supposed to put the batteries, some sort of battery right in here in this section of the handle, so you could have that there and then pull that out, you know, relatively easily. Again, it's very tight, so not super easily, but you are meant to be able to pull that out to be able to change the battery, I guess. And let's see. Astral asked, "How's the build? I missed the beginning of the stream." So far, it's pretty good. There's a few tight bits, a few kind of annoying bits of the build so far, but that's kind of expected, so it's not super surprising or anything. I'm hearing something. Is that thunder? It's been raining like crazy all week. It's like non-stop rain. Today, finally, it's not raining, but now I think I hear thunder. That's cool. Oh no, it's a plane. That's good. I can hear it now. I mean, I do like a little bit of rain. It's always nice for a little change of pace. But also, it's hard to record when it's rainy. So I recorded a couple videos the other day where it was kind of rainy a lot off and on. And so you, oh no, damn it, I'm a fucking idiot. That's why the handle was so tight to fit in there, because I was putting it upside down. Sorry guys. Should have known. That's why it was so tight. My bad. There we go. So there's the swords, and yeah, those are done. So then we got this part here for the gun. kit's got me tripping a little bit. I gotta be honest with you guys. Oh. Rain is such a great sound to listen to while working. Yeah, so someone suggested in the Discord that, as I said, how it was raining the other day, and someone suggested to do a ASMR live stream just with the rain sound in the background. And I almost did it, but I had other stuff that I was working on, so I couldn't. But yes, maybe next time when the rain picks up again, because I'm sure next week, it's not raining today, but I'm sure the rainy season is not over. We have a rainy season here in Korea where it's usually like for like 2 weeks or so, but last year it was especially long, so it was like a month. So I don't know about this year how long it'll end up being, but I can assume next week will be very rainy again. It's just that we lucked out that today happens to not be rainy. Alright, so that part's plugged onto the back. Show these parts onto the front. Oi. Should have put these parts onto here earlier. I'm sorry guys. When I get to like really tight fits and stuff like this, it's just not fun, and it just really zaps my energy on building kits. And when it gets slowed down like this, because stuff is like tight fitting, it's not bad by any means. It's not that bad. And like, I wouldn't say, don't buy this kit. But it's annoying. It's not fun for me. It's one of those things that's why I'm here, to warn you guys about that. And if you love the design and you don't mind the fact that you're gonna have to put a little muscle into the build, then, you know, you'll love it. It's fine. There's nothing... So far, I haven't really noticed anything that would, like, make me not recommend the kit to you guys. Like, it's fine. It's just gonna be your typical kit where you're gonna have to muscle it a little bit to get everything where it needs to go. But once it's there, it's okay. Shit. More girls. Yeah. Bandai gonna make FRS GG? What's that? What's FRS? Oh, figurized standard. Okay, right. Sorry. Yeah, I saw that that fake figurized standard GG artwork. Let's try cutting out that bit a little bit to see if that makes this easier to fit onto here. And it did a little bit. That's good. So there you go. There's the pistol. Why does that open on the bottom of there like that? I'm not sure why, but it does. With the extension like that. I'm not a big pistol guy, so this is a pretty cool one though, I will say. But I'm not normally a big fan of pistol weaponry for my mechas. It's a big giant robot, so it needs a big giant weapon, sword or gun or something as well too. Pistol just seems kind of weak sauce compared to like a good beam rifle or something. But there you go. And this, like, which I guess is kind of supposed to be sort of like an energy cap kind of thing here on the back, keeps wanting to fall off. But there you have it. 2 big old swords and the mecha itself. So there you go. Interesting build, definitely. It's got some really nice details on there. I think it's one that is gonna take a little bit more work, but if you're willing, it's different, and different is always fun. It's always nice to build something different for a change. So, it's good stretch after that. And lunch. Phew. After 1 o'clock now, so I'm hungry. I'm gonna grab some lunch, work on the review for this guy, and definitely tonight watch. Well, it's tonight for me, but if depending on where you are in the world, watch the USA Gundam TV live stream, which will be tonight for me. It's Friday morning if you're in the US, or wherever you are. Plan accordingly. But yeah, I'll see you for the USA Gundam TV live stream, where we're going to be answering your guys' questions, giving away the Master Grade Gym Dominance, and opening. At least I will be. I'm not sure if Adam will be or not. Hopefully he's able to get his hands on a couple of packs so that he can open a couple of packs as well too. But I'll be opening at least a couple of Pokemon card packs just for fun. And yeah, we are now selling USA Gundam at USA Gundam Store the Pokemon cards as well too. Adam was pretty excited about getting those, so that's pretty cool. So if you guys want to check some of those out, check them out on the website. But any idea when USA Gundam Store will have it in stock? We'll have this in stock. I don't know. Like I said, I think I'm like one of the first people to get it, as far as I know. So like when I was just talking with the guy who the person I was talking to is actually from Hobby Mio company, who I guess are related to the production of this kit as well too. And I was just talking to him just recently about, because they were sending me some tools and stuff of their products, and he wanted to send this kit as well too, but he said at first they were not able to send it because it was not ready yet, and then like a few days later he told me, okay, well, we have it now, so we can send it to you. So I think like it just like came out of the factory. So in the US it should be arriving there, I would assume, probably in around a month from now. I know it's a bummer, it's kind of a long time from now, but sending stuff, especially like international shipping, like from China to the US these days, it's taking a long time. If you watch the live streams that I've been doing with Adam there on the USA Gundam TV channel, then we've been talking about that recently in the past few episodes, about how now that countries are starting to open up more after the pandemic's settling down a little bit, at least countries are opening up and trade is opening up more. People are able to send stuff a little bit more easily now, but that's just causing a lot of backup. I know at like customs offices and stuff at the ports and things, so things are taking a lot longer to get through. So basically Hobby Mio helped the decal of this kit, and they got a share of the profit of this kit. Okay, well there you go. That's good to know. I'm glad someone's in the chat that is well informed about this stuff, because I'm not. Like, Hobby Mio is a new. I know they've been around for a couple of years, but it's new to me. Honestly, I was not really familiar with their company. I was not familiar with the production or anything leading up to the release of this kit. So I'm glad there's someone who knows about that. So that's good. Can you do a head swap of this and a Gundam in your review? I'm not sure because of the fact of the LED in there. You have to like kind of swap the whole neck, or I have to take the head apart to take out the LED in order to do that. But maybe just put a head side by side so you can see. Are you interested in like putting a different like Gundam head onto this kit or something? Is that why you're asking? Because I can tell you immediately that there's going to be a size difference. The head on this is pretty large, like compared to a master grade Gundam. So depending on the Gundam, I think any Gundam head, even a 1/100 scale, would probably be a little bit small on this. Hayamuya have been there for a few years and their product is good. Yeah. Like I said, they sent me a bunch of stuff. I just opened up the box yesterday or the day before, 2 days ago. And just kind of my first impressions of all the stuff they sent. Yeah, it's nice. Some of the stuff is like the same as like other companies like Matterworks and Dispay. These other companies that make like the sanding paper and sanding sponges, you know, nippers, tweezers, all this kind of stuff that like kind of every brand makes. That stuff, I mean, all looks pretty standard, but they do have some really interesting products as well too. So yeah, I actually need to work on editing that video and share that with you guys. So that'll be the next video actually, and then probably immediately after that will probably be the review of this guy. And so I think I'll probably, I don't think now at this point I won't have time to get to the review of the Aoshima VF Girl Scold kit. I don't think I'll have time to do that review today. That'll have to wait until Monday. Or if I get time over the weekend at some point, which is very unlikely. I don't like to plan to do anything over the weekend because more often than not I don't have any time usually during the weekend. That's just family time, so I don't have time to come in here and do any work here in the office on the weekend. But if I do happen to get some time, then maybe I'll try to get the Scold review at least recorded over the weekend. But either way, you guys probably won't see that review until Monday at the earliest. Yeah, it'll be Monday probably for you guys. But the Hobby Mio stuff and this review is what will be coming up over the next couple of videos. And then also my list of top, best, most highly recommended master grade kits for everyone to build. That list coming out as well too. I want to see a Gundam head on this Night of the Sky. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think any Gundam head in 100 scale will be a little bit small on this, but I mean, depending on your taste and proportions, I mean, a little bit smaller head is kind of, that is a style. I mean, that is a thing. What's the link to your Discord? My Discord is a part of the rewards for my Patreon supporters. So if you're interested in joining my Discord, you can check out my Patreon page. And if you want to become a Patreon supporter, then you'll get access to my Discord as well too. And not just saying this because I would highly appreciate your support on Patreon, but just completely objectively, I'll say that I think our Discord is pretty nice. It's not like non-stop going all day long, like super active, but it's good guys in there and very chill, and some very talented guys in there as well too. I know there's, I think, at least a couple people, 1 or 2 guys from the Discord who was here. I know Sturgetty wasn't here. I'm not sure if he's still around, but at least he's in here. He's there on the Discord. So yeah, I think it's a good one, objectively. But will you do a review on Frosty Cat by Strangework? What is that? So I think someone just asked me about that the other day as well too, and I don't know if I know what that is. What is that? Let me see. Frosty Cat, Strangework. I have never seen this until now. So it's the first time I'm seeing this. So if they send me one, I'll review it. Yeah, basically that's it. Mike's looking forward to the Aoshima review. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was hoping to do that today. This live build took longer than I expected, so I don't think I'll have time to get to recording that review for you guys today, unfortunately. But yeah, Monday of next week, I would assume probably be good for that. Fictus is there as well too. Yeah, he's in the Discord as well, confirming super chill in there. Yes. How's the overall build? It's fine. There's a couple of tight bits here and there that made me sweat a little bit, but other than that, it's fine. Yeah. Barzam AOC reboot. I think I could be wrong about this, and hopefully I'm not wrong, but I think Patrick was gonna help me maybe get my hands on one of those because I missed the pre-order for those here in Korea. Anyway, all right, guys. I love to hang out and just chat a little bit more, but I gotta go get some lunch so I can work on some other stuff here for the rest of the afternoon. But thank you so much for hanging out and checking out the live stream of this brand new and very interesting kit. I'll let you guys know more in the review, so watch out for that later on. See you guys later. Have a good one.